News in the association.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
And in our game tonight, we've got the Chicago Bulls against the Rockets in Houston. Taking a look at the Rockets, it's an opportunity for them in a top-tier matchup to rise to the occasion. These are the measuring stick games that push you to take your game to the next level. Love to watch this guy, Russell Westbrook. Is there anybody who looks to score the ball with more intensity, Shaq?
Well, Kenny, he's not a guard. I know it says guard on the paper. I don't know what that is. He's strong, explosive, and the guy never gets tired. Keeps coming at you.
You know what he is?
What?
He's a guard. Kenny?
Well, he's got a big motor too, Ernie. This guy is unique and a unique once-in-a-lifetime talent. His incredible endurance is probably what separates him from most players.
If he's not a guard, what is he?
Unguardable.
Oh, brilliant. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here, along with Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, David Aldridge on our sideline. It's our pleasure to welcome in the sports guy, Bill Simmons, to our broadcast.
Well, guys, a fantastic start to the year for Che. He's already garnering all-star votes. I spoke with him, and he was surprised to see his name up there on the leaderboard with so many other greats. Humble as always. Guys?
Great stuff there, D.A. Thank you. Truth is, Greg, Che's not the only one who's surprised.
I'll admit, I didn't think he'd get to this level this fast, but there's no denying that he's a huge difference maker for this team.
And at one point, seems like ISO basketball was falling out of favor, Bill, but the Rockets have made a cornerstone of their success, that very thing.
True, for the regular season. And
right,
for the
and then it
early
changes,
rounds.
doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, I do wonder if it's like the run and shoot with football, where it's this.
You don't trust it, maybe? You don't trust it?
Yeah, it's for the regular season. You're playing a team once. They don't have time to scout it for a bunch of weeks. But, you know, when you get to the playoffs and you're playing the same team 7 times.
Scouting gets better.
Yeah, and players, you just played it 2 nights ago. You did play against the same offense. You pick up little tricks. And I really wonder if you can win 4 straight rounds doing it.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen is inside at 4 with Portis the 5. The general is out there with White, and it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. And for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair, they're the backcourt. And it's House in at the 3 spot. For 3, Westbrook, kept alive by Houston. Capella with the buckets.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against Memphis. Here's the general, guarded by Harden. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
It's Rockets ball.
Here's Westbrook. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. To the inside. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Westbrook.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Here's the general. That one off the back iron and out. For Houston, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Seen a handful of players land the Supermax contract, Bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. You know, it's so much money, and it's such a big part of somebody's salary cap, and you're just kind of handicapped with it. We've seen John Wall is the worst case scenario, but the situation Charlotte was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team, and now his Supermax is $240 million instead of $180. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year for somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position with Giannis, where he's making $55 million a year and the cap's $120, how are you going to put a good team around
You can't maneuver.
You can't. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the Supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like 32 or something. Make it so that it's not
A
prohibitive.
percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his capped figure is 32, even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people could compete better.
Well, All-Star Weekend isn't too far away, and the voting has already opened up. A lot of buzz that Shea could find his way onto that All-Star team.
And there's so many players that deserve to be named an all-star every year, and the competition is unforgiving. With that said, though, Shea's performances speak volumes about his impact, and I think he has a strong case to make the team.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Al Harden, he had 25 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really recording. Right? You need sneakers, hats, drinks. Do the announcers get endorsement deals? Where's our endorsement
deal? Well, if they don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right here.
I'm ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
For whatever reason, they came in a little tight tonight. That should loosen them up.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Drops in the tray.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Here's the general. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Memphis.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
That one misses. Good D by Harden.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
White up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Count that bucket.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
Bill, defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the landing space. And all that stuff, like load management. We have all these phrases now. It's like, how did these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start?
I don't know.
Can we just play basketball?
Just like work. Yeah, just rest.
What's the thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball. That's another one. When did we start saying that?
Gathering the ball.
Never said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. That's good from the general. Gordon's checked in for James Harden. He's perfect from the line this time. Houston leading by 7. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one to fall. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
They really dominated them on both sides of the ball. We'll see if they have their number again this year.
Here's House. They get the rebound. Capella with the bucket.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
White finds Williams. Here's the general, defended by Gordon. And Capella sends it back.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field. And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, you try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes.
Yes. No, at this point in my life, right now, Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans.
Yeah. Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Markkanen comes in for Young. The general, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Whiten for Satoransky. Here's the general, guarded by Tucker. And again, Chicago, no good. Rockets leading by 12. Harden and Tucker, the forwards. Payne out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the general in his last time out against the Grizzlies made a big difference. He scored 36 points, and he did a great job of letting the game come to him, connecting on a number of his shots. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet. We don't know what planet
He is
he was.
otherworldly.
It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite. Yeah, this all starts with.
I love it too, don't you? I love the fact we've got players from Latvia and Greece and all over playing.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks. And one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like, he's close to James Harden, but he's also that step back 3 that he was taking that he's been making his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it that way, you know? And I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for the way the American style.
100% agree.
They really, guys move without the ball. It's give and go, and it's not just like clear out, I'm up.
Yeah. Capella, that shot missing. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Here's the general. Boom, he jams it straight down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's the general. 10 points for him. Stolen by Westbrook. Moment here now for an injury report. Let's check in with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge for an injury update on Thomas Satoransky. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with Chicago's head athletic trainer. He told me that it's a sprained knee, and while he is in extreme pain right now, he appears to have escaped without suffering any tear.
At the line for the Bulls.
You don't want to hear this news, as most teams are starting to hit their stride, so they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
I mean, a devastating blow, to say the least.
The Rockets perpetually knocking on the door. At what point, though, Bill, do you think their window will close?
I think that point happened in May of 2019. I think they had 2 years to win the title where everything was lined up for them. In 2018, they're up 3-2 against the Warriors. The Warriors are tired. They seem like they're fading. They can't close. I think the key for them is the difference between being a regular season team and a playoff team. They're a great regular season team, but the playoffs every year become more and more complicated, smarter, more. You got to come up with a plan C, a plan D, a plan E as the series goes along. And their plan A is kind of what they ride with. They get tight, the crowd gets tight, things slow down. What's your plan B? And they haven't been able to figure that out.
Harden against Levine, and it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Chicago, talk about the best ball handlers in the league. Don't forget about James Harden.
Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. In a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Levine.
And maybe it's shocking. Maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
The Rockets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book that
great idea.
There's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
Oh, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s Clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Good. I like it. Harden against Levine. The 11-footer. It falls through, making it 6-11 in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's the general, guarded by Harden. Markkanen can't get it to go. Houston leading by 12. Outside Gordon, out to the wing. Levine against Westbrook. Capella trying to free himself up. Again, the Rockets score.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Here's the general. Good work defensively by Capella.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Chicago
And always as enlightening as you're going to find. Bill, thank you so much for your insights. Always appreciate you joining us. I hope you come
At
back.
the line for your Rockets.
I don't want to leave. Why do I have to go? Can I just stay here for the
I'm reading
rest of
this
the game?
note, and the note says,
No, I don't
thank
want to
Bill.
go. I'm not leaving.
Hope he comes
No,
back.
I'm staying.
Okay. And Steve, you get the sense that no NBA topic is off limits when you talk to Bill Simmons.
He gets the discussion going, whether you agree or disagree with him. That's part of what makes sports fun, having those debates. And sometimes
One second left. And Rockets controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead.
Kevin, thank you. Well, Jay, great start to the season for you, and there's been a lot of talk about you making it to All-Star Weekend. Is that one of your goals?
No. You run in your house without staking it out if you ain't really know.
Absolutely, it's gold mine.
Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter.
Then I go that amount. I got a beautiful house, but honestly, yes, the town, I let the temperature down. Someone did me in the crew, but honestly, I forgot who. This next one was crazy as that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do you like to see in a team's sixth man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a sixth man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Bulls 5 right now. Markkanen is inside at 4 with Portis the 5. The general is out there with White, and it's Williams at the 3. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Harden the pass to Tucker. Shoots over White. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got his first basket of the night.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Here's the general, and it's good from the elbow. The general's got 4 points this quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Westbrook with it. He's got 12. House kicks to Westbrook. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Bulls trail by 20. In transition, here come the Bulls. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Russell Westbrook.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Chicago, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he sinks the second. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Dish now to Harden. Pass to Capella. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Feeds it to House. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that. The shot's good from the general.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. 22 is their biggest lead. Passes it to House. Up top, Tucker. He's guarded by Markkanen. Shot clock at 5. Harden's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. Let's check out some numbers here for James Harden. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 7th in scoring, 8th in assists. And how about his top 10 ranking and free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Westbrook against White. And finished off by Westbrook.
You know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here, as the team badly needs to be focused. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
And the Rockets making a change here. Payne's checked in. Here's the General. It's tipped, but they'll get another chance. Second chance effort, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Is on Lauri Markkanen. For Houston, they knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. You think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
Here's the General. Portis trying to free himself. Good, nice play there from the General. The General's got 28.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Outside Westbrook. Buries the long-range jumper.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Now the pass to the General. Kicks to Williams. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Harden. The Rockets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. The league's long-distance Bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Look at Harden. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gortat. P.J. Tucker comes in for Danuel House. And James Harden subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Harden draws the double. It's good.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Bulls trail by 17. The forwards are Gordon and Tucker. DJ Augustine out there with Harden. And it's Capella in at the 7. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Fades back, and a little luck that time, but it drops. The Generals got 15 points in just the second half. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Harden inside the three-point line, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's the General. Portis, the pass to Markkanen. Poked away. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Here's the General, guarded by Tucker. Here's the General, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. The General's got 4 points in the quarter. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Augustine against White. James Harden again from deep. Harden's got 23.
And defensively, you gotta respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Here's the General. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The General's got 36.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Houston leading by 18. Looking to get back on track here. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
Chicago ball.
And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Saturday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
How many 7-footers do you know that will beat you off the dribble running screen and roll? Market is special.
Right side, Gordon. Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Williams, he's checked in for Antonio Blakeney. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
Swiped away. Here's the General, and the layup's good off the glass. The General's got 40 points.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Outside Gordon. Pass to Capella. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Rockets lead by 17. Right the pass to the General. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Daniel House has checked in for Houston. Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years. But one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
Pocket 6. Kicks it out to Harden. Chicago grabs the miss.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And it's the Rockets on the break. And he finishes the break with the layup. Harden's got 25 points.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Rockets leading by 14. Augustine passes to Capella. Now here's Tucker. He kicks to Augustine. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. The General passes to Portis. Here's the General. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The first one falls for him.
The General taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from the General. For Houston, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Pass to Harden. Back to Augustine. Five to shoot. Here's Capella. It's all in by the Bulls. Portis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. There's the killer two-handed slam.
His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. 10-point lead. And here's Harden. Knocked loose. Markkanen pulls it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
White dishes to Markkanen. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Chicago calls timeout. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Russell Westbrook have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
Russell Westbrook in for Augustine. Here's the General, guarded by Tucker. The General. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
Here's the General. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Capella. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming on. It's on Bobby Portis. Steve, I know you like this, that the three-point shot is having such an effect on the league, actually transforming the NBA. Are you surprised how fast all this is happening?
I am. I'm surprised that so many teams are adopting this transformation of shooting a 3-ball, because there are some teams and there's some players, I know they shoot it, Kevin, but they shoot at such a low percentage. If you have the guys that can shoot it, you should adopt it. If not, you got to find another way of winning ball games. There's nothing wrong with having a great mid-range team that can knock down mid-range jumpers.
Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Rockets.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 in the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for James Harden.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an
taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports.
guy.